Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chi Ambaka. So I know I have a couple of new subscribers. Hey, what's up? You guys are welcome to my channel. Yes. Okay, so in today's video we're going to talk about going from being broke to living a life of abundance. Straight up, I know that life is hard. I know that there are so many phases of life, but like I said in my other video, right, everything has to do with contentment, understanding that this is what I can achieve right now while I work to achieve more. It's not for me to wake up one day and because I cannot sponsor myself to the Maldives and I feel like I haven't arrived, I haven't started, right? Yeah, I have a video all about that. Now, first of all, there are three things you have to learn to walk in soft life and walk in a life of abundance. One is how to make money, two is how to save, and three, how to grow that money. So make my money, save money, and grow that money, that is investing. So first of all, I very well understand, I am Nigerian, I am African, and I very well understand that within this space, we glorify suffering, we glorify scarcity, we cannot dwell in it. Is such a thing for us and we're kind of comfortable. Like even abundant things are made scarce. Even when you have something, you're waiting because it might not be available tomorrow, right? Or you lack that thing while you were a child and you've grown up with that mentality of, oh, it might finish, what if this happens, what if that happens. I very well understand, right? We're all from different facets of life, so yeah, that I'm taking into account. But remember that money comes and goes. Money is not something that is permanent. Now, follow me. Take for instance, I am a salary earner or I do business, but generally money comes in, right? That money that is coming in is something you're going to spend for something, irrespective of what it is, right? You're going to spend it for something. So it means that at the end of the day, you work so that you can spend the money. The reason why you save is so that you can have money to spend. Maybe not now, maybe in the future, but it's still the fact that it all leads to being spent on something. You're saving, you have a target for this, you're still saving so that you have money to spend. That is just the truth. So you work to spend. And for you to spend, you have to earn. And for you to earn, you have to work. Like, there is no shortcut around it. Like, you have to work, whatever kind of work it is. You have to work so that you can earn. And the reason why you're earning is so that you can spend, so that you can live that life of abundance, correct? And I know some people say, oh, I saved my money, I do this. I understand, but have you ever asked yourself, why am I saving? Why are you saving? Like, so you're not doing a target savings, you're just saving in general. Why are you saving? At the end of the day, it boils down to the fact that you are saving so that you can spend. If not you, if you say it's not for me, it's for my children, why are you saving for your children? It's so that your children can spend. So at the end of the day, the cycle is the same. It means that the end goal of earning money is spending the money. Except I am missing something, let me know in the comment section. Maybe there's a reason that I cannot think of right now. Maybe off my feet, I can't think of. I don't think there's anybody that makes money or that earns money so that they can burn it. I don't think there's any legit money. I don't think there's anybody that also earns money so that it could just be washed down the drain. Nah, I don't think so. If you are, or if you know someone who does that, I'm willing. Let me know in the comment section. So yeah, abundance is not just about having money. It's not just about having enough to spend. It's about the source. I'm making this video for people who, like myself, who do not like to spend their money, or they are saving. I don't know how to explain it. You always feel like when you need it, you won't get it. Take for instance, I like to use myself as an example. So I lack some certain things that I know that I shouldn't lack. I was thinking about it recently. Why don't I have this? What exactly have I been using my money to do that I don't have this? I can afford it, for Christ's sakes, right? But For some weird reason, maybe you feel it's not, I feel it's not important, or it's an essential commodity, or oh, it's too expensive. Is that thing too expensive, or is it that you just don't want to spend your money? So abundance is the source, right? Live life. I know I am pro savings, I am pro all of that, but live life. You wouldn't leave the money that you have here on earth. I am speaking to you. I am saying take care of yourself. Take yourself out. Make out time for yourself. Like, you work so hard, you earn, spend part of it on yourself. I'm not saying lavish on yourself. I'm saying spend part of it on yourself. Like, treat yourself for the hard work well done. Like, you are the real G, the real MVP, and you deserve the best. Now, whatever the best is that you can afford, but you do deserve it. Why not? Yeah, get to experience life. And I'm telling you, it's okay to let some of your money go, right? It's okay to spend on yourself. It's absolutely fine, right? So give. It's not just about earning and spending on yourself, but also give to people things you no longer use. So we have this mentality of keeping some of our things. Like, you're a size 8 and you're no longer an 8, you're most likely a 10 or a 12, and you're not coming down anytime soon in the nearest future, because you're most likely would keep going, right? That pot you no longer use, that dress you no longer wear, that hair that you've decided that no, never, I would never wear it, that makeup you never ever use, probably you bought the wrong color and you never ever use it, right? That cream that you know you're not using, the perfume you know you're not using anymore, like it's just taking up space in your house, stuff like that, right? Give them out. It's absolutely fine. Give them out and more will come in. You are not using them, but remember, they could be a source of joy, a source of blessing. It's what someone is somewhere praying for, but it's sitting in your house and it's just there. You don't eat something and someone buys the stuff for you. Give it out. It's like, give it out. You have, I know, right? You get where I'm coming from, and you get what this video is all about, right? It's okay to let go, to let items go, to let money go. It will always, money does this thing of always finding a way to come back, like finding itself all around and tracing itself back to us. Yeah, splurging on yourself, buying things for yourself. You claim that dress is not expensive, so that cream, that dress, you claim it's expensive, but have you even sat down to consider if you can afford it? Or you just feel like, never, God forbid, never, me buy a dress of 10k for what? Even when you love that dress and you can afford it. There's this dress I so love and I got from Zara. I almost did not buy that dress, even on sale. I almost did not get it. But today I am glad that I got that dress. And why? It was because of this broke mentality and lack of the abundance mentality. In my mind, I was like, hey, me buy a dress of, you say? I'm not saying it's something that I do every day, don't get me wrong. I don't do it every day. In fact, I don't even do it close to every day, but I've learned over time to let myself free spend my money on myself, right? And I think this has to do with proper planning, right? So last year I couldn't save as much as I wanted to save. That was because I wasn't saving before spending. Yeah, so now I save first, like I take out my savings first, I spend whatever is left, and I save the rest, spend whatever is left on other things, right? Another thing is, you want to do skincare, you want to buy that cream and you say it's expensive. You would rather use Vaseline because that is what you've been using for a very long time. I'm not saying Vaseline is bad, like, why? Everybody has Vaseline in their house. I'm just saying, for you, probably something you even need is being recommended for you, and you go and you hear that the price is 30 or 20k. I'm not saying you should go and buy a cream of 20 or 30k. In fact, it doesn't even have to be of 20k. I know people who can spend 5K. They can't spend 5K on cream. They can't 2K. They can't spend it. It's not like they're not earning well, though. It's not just, to them it's a waste of money. The question a friend of mine once asked me was, he said, that this cream I wanted to buy, I think Dr. Teal's or something, but one of my facial skincare stuff, right? I wanted to buy it, and I'm like, ooh, this thing is so expensive. What? And then he looked at me and was like, but you can afford it. I'm like, yeah, but it's expensive. I don't know if I can maintain it. And then it was like, things you should consider in situations like this is, how long would one last me? What do I use now? How long does it last me? And how much would that one last me? And truth be told, I have one that I bought in December, and I'm still using it as of today. That thing was around 8,000. I even bought it on sale. I was even considering why it was on sale for 6,000. And we have what? December, January, February, March, 4 months. Okay, let's take out December. January, February, March, 4 full months. And I bought it early into, was it early? Yeah, I think early into December. And it's not looking like what is going down anytime soon. So those are some of the things I look at for. So there's a thin line between spending on yourself, and there's a thin line being extravagant, right? I'm not talking about extravagance here. I'm talking about you being kind to yourself. It doesn't matter what you've gone through. If everybody should say their story today, I'm not sure I am not sure we would be able to live here. As in, you would want to pick your own past life and just be like, you know what, let me just focus on this. We don't look like what we've been through, but some of us still hold on to that mentality that I might lack one day, so for that reason, let me not spend that day of lack so I can be able to. But now, are you actually living in the now? While you're saving your money for the future, are you living in the now? Are you eating right? Are you dressing right? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you kind to yourself? The kind of words you also say, do you think about it? Are you kind to yourself? I don't think there's another way to explain it. So consider, do you need it? How long will it last? Like, have things you consider before you go on, especially when they're essentials, right? Consider, save up for it, buy it, and have fun. It's all about planning. I'm telling you that you can afford most things you think you cannot afford, right? But you just have to plan. Have you ever wondered, why am I broke? Like, you ask yourself. Like, I earn so much. I have people dashing me money. I have my monthly allowance. I do business. I have like more daily income, inflow of cash, right? And I pay myself at the end of the month. But why am I broke? Am I doing a project that is making me broke? Building a house, saving for school. I understand that those things can keep you, as in you need to be careful with how you spend. Like, work on a tight budget. Exactly, work on a tight budget because you're doing those things. But you need to understand, why am I actually broke? So if you're doing all of those things, it means you're not actually broke. You're saving for something, but you don't have money to do a lot of luxury, a lot of extravagance. At least that way you have that satisfaction to say, I understand why. Now that's one category. Another reason why you might be broke is because you mostly do not plan, right? It's one of the reasons why most people are broke. If you do not plan on how you want to save, trust me, your savings won't be goals, right? It won't be what you want it to be. You won't be able to save. One part will be stressing out. If you do not plan, you have to plan how much you want to save and how much you want to spend. All right. One thing I like to do is whatever I'm earning at that point in a month, I like to split it into two. One goes into savings, the other part, split it into two, right? Buying my household stuff, like stock up my house, stock up everything that I have. If I have skincare and all of that. Just stock up. I buy my things in bulk either way, so buy all of the stuff and keep in my house, and then the remaining money is for me to relax. And I find out that when I do that, most times I don't even spend some months. The remaining half, I'm likely not to spend all of it, right? Because some months would suffer, especially the months where you're buying in bulk, even though I save towards that. But some months will suffer, while some months you would have more things, especially when you do not have hangouts, you don't have this, you're not going anywhere. There are months like that. But if you do not plan on how you want to save and spend your money, you would likely be broke, because you're just going to be buying this bag, that dress, this shoe, this purse, this outing, these braids, this hair. These things are money. They are important. You are taking care of yourself, but your savings is also suffering. Might as well plan. It's not an easy thing, though. Not an easy thing, but you can do it. So you also have to check, are you broke, or is it that you just don't need that thing? Have you ever wondered, like, am I broke, or is it the broke mentality that's telling me I can't get this, or is it just me understanding that I do not need it, that just because people are getting it does not mean that I need it? Probably it's not just a flex. I think it is. Like, for instance, you use your regular Vaseline every day, and your skin is skinning and all of that, like, it's good, it's nice, and people are raving about a particular cream, and then you're like, nah, I do not need it. Yeah, there is that. Or this body oil, you use your normal coconut oil, is working for you, and somebody comes and says, no, there's this oil that is 17k, and you have no need for it. There is no need for it. Or you're not a sneakers person and you have one or two that you just keep just in case, and then you see a particular sneakers you're passing and you like it. It's okay to like it and not buy it, right? Because you know you most likely would never wear it. I, for one, I have two sneakers which I hardly and barely ever wear. Yeah, it depends on where I'm going to, but I hardly would wear sneakers, except I do not want to put on heels, right? And I do not want to put sandals to that place. I think my next bet would be sneakers. But I'm not really a sneakers person, so to speak, right? I'm more of the heels, not the heels kind of person, I think, even though I think that's beginning to change. But yeah, the idea is that try to understand what's keeping you broke. And when you identify these habits that are keeping you broke, it's safe to say that you should break them down. Is it because you're scared? Is it because that's what you're used to, of saying I don't have it? Is it because you're not being kind and nice to yourself? You're not deserving. But if somebody should ask you for that money, snap of a finger, you give it to them. But for your own self, you're like, no, I don't think I need it. Let me gist you guys. So on a particular day, I have been trying different types of pizza. I'm trying to look for a pizza I will actually enjoy. Now, on this particular day, I wanted to get pizza, and it was around 5,000, and I was like, for what? Just pizza? Like what? Why are things so expensive? Why? It's fine, yeah, things are so expensive, I agree, but here is the thing. All right, so things are expensive, we all know, but something just clicked in my head. I received an alert or something, and I looked at all the Uber that I have been taking, all the rides that have been taken, and I'm like, so my house isn't far from my office, so if I decide to take an Uber, it could be 400, 500, 600, 700 sometimes. That's if I am on the island, though, not if I am home. And then I looked at it that if going 700, coming back 700 the entire week, do you know how much that is? That is an entire pizza sitting in front of me. But because I am not spending the money at a go, like bam bam, right, I'm not feeling it, so to speak. And it's my card, swipe it, baby. And it's directly linked to my Uber. So once they bill me, I'm like, oh, okay. Still, I went to Lekki one day, and coming back I had to pay like 2,300, and I'm like, Okay? Something just came to me in my head and said, babes, do you know that if this 2,300 naira, if someone had asked me for that 2,300 or use that money to do something else, I would have agreed. See, I know we all have priorities. I get it. I absolutely get it. What's important to you today is not what's important to you tomorrow. But my point is, be kind to yourself. You can afford some of the things you think you cannot. As in, tell yourself that you deserve some of these things. Otherwise, you are never going to get them, even though you can afford them. And it's not like they're not even things that will stretch you. There are things within your limit, but you just feel like I have been surviving without it. I don't need it, or I can survive without it, or it's too much money. You're deserving. Finally, what are you grateful for? Have you ever thought about it? What are you grateful for? Remember how you struggled to be where you are right now, how you prayed, how you thought life was not, God wasn't going to come true, or life wasn't going to pull through for you. Probably you were even expecting yourself to die at a particular time, or you were expecting something menial, something less, and now you're here. Yes, you struggled your way here. Yes, you had a lot of hiccups on the way. It wasn't a smooth ride, but where are you? Are you here? Yes, you are. Are you headed somewhere? Of course you are. Would you achieve it, girl? Are you kidding me, guy? Of course you would. You would achieve it as long as you plan towards it, right? So yeah, remember how you struggled for what you have now, how you struggled for where you are now, and imagine yourself now that you're here, how it feels, right? So why are you so bothered about things you cannot control? Are you still longing for the things you used to long for? Why are you stressing now, when you know definitely that it will take time, but it will come? Also, think about it. Now that you have it, how does it make you feel? Like, how do you feel about having that thing you want, that thing in abundance, right? Your definition of being comfortable, or your definition of being okay currently as you are within your space, that thing that happened to you and then you were like, yes, right? So imagine, how does it feel right now? Does it feel good? That is the same way some of these things we cancel and say no to actually would make us feel. So don't forget, you are doing well, you are deserving, you're worth it, right? You are working towards something, you have the resources, you have the grace, you would achieve it. It might be hard, the road might be bumpy and rough, but you would achieve it. And while you're working towards something, you're also allowing yourself experience life, the good things of life. You do not come to this life to only experience, to only struggle to get things, right? Allow yourself reap. Exactly. Allow yourself reap the fruit of your labor. I'm sorry, but that's in fact, at this point I can end this video. All right, I can so end this video. Yeah, allow yourself reap the fruit of your labor. Like you should grant yourself that opportunity. And don't forget, consumerism is another thing that keeps us broke. You see it, you like it. You want it, you buy it. You don't need it, you buy it. This person has it, you buy it. Right? That's consumerism. Your favorite influencer has said so much about it, raved so much about it. You have a concealer from Nuban Beauty, Fenty Beauty, NARS. You have something from what all the brands. You have everything. You have this bronzer, that highlighter, this that brush, this, because your favorite influencer said. You have that dress, that cloth that you would never ever wear. You have that bag. You have a whole lush wardrobe of things that are never useful to you, that you do not need. That's consumerism. Sell some of those things, sell some of those things on thrift, lower prices and all of that. Give out some of these things as gifts. Is a blessing for you, right? So yeah, there's so many ways. Declutter your space basically, and just let it go so that more can come in. But never ever forget that consumerism is such a thing and it's killing a lot of people, keeping them perpetually broke. So don't forget, don't limit yourself. You are worth it. You are limitless. You can do a lot of stuff. You can have fun in different ways. You can save and still spend. It's absolutely fine. Be kind to yourself. You deserve the good things of life, right? You did not come to this life to only struggle and struggle and struggle. Tell yourself, I am deserving. Like, I deserve it. And you tap into your resources. Like, I tap into my resources. I have the resources. I'm gonna achieve what I want to achieve. So yeah, that is for this video. I know we all joke about being broke. I don't get money, I don't have money in my account, right? But it's quite important for us to understand that there's a difference between being stingy to yourself and saving, right? Try not to be stingy to yourself. Try to live in that space of abundance. I own, I shall. Like, be positive about yourself while being realistic, so to speak. Yeah. Anyway, we've come to the end of this video. I hope the essence of this video or the message is being passed across correctly and is being received with love. Yeah. Well, please leave a comment in the comment section. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are viewing my video and this is maybe the second time, how far? Please go and subscribe to my video. Run and go and subscribe to my video. Okay, but just click the subscribe button. It's just down the description box, and subscribe to my video. Watch my other videos. Thank you so much for watching my video, for coming onto my channel. I love you guys. My name is Chi Amaka Ukevun. Love, love, love. Bye.